Hey everyone, Kirk here, welcoming you back to Beyond the Brick. Over the years, tons of LEGO sets have been released of many different varieties, but every so often, some of these sets never see the light of day. It can be often disappointing at times, especially for those that like collecting certain types of items, or just due to how cool they are. So in today's video, I'll be taking a look through the archives to pick the top 5 cancelled LEGO sets. Now 5 definitely isn't enough to cover these lost sets, so feel free to share the ones you may have come across down in the comment section below. Let's go ahead and begin. Coming in at number 5 is this personalized LEGO Universe minifigure. Back in 2010, LEGO released a game by the name of LEGO Universe, which allowed LEGO fans from all over the world to use their creativity while working together to restore imagination. It was pretty popular, but unfortunately it all came to an end when the server was shut down in 2012. Despite being an online game, LEGO did release some tangible items for it, like this exclusive astronaut minifigure and rocket ship polybag. However, there was another item that fans of the game were never able to receive. Over on Reddit, the community manager of the LEGO Universe game decided to reveal this prototype of a personalized minifigure that would be based on players' in-game avatars. The figure would also come with a capsule to store and view it in as well. I never got to experience LEGO Universe while it was released, but I think this would have made a fantastic gift for the fans. Sadly, due to the game's downfall, this never made it out there and instead vanished from existence. Next up at number 4 is something I felt deserved to be on this list, especially with all the fuss going around about the new Spider-Man movie coming out this year. In the year 2000, LEGO started a theme known as Studios. This theme had fans build sets inspired by filmmaking while encouraging them to make their own stop motions, or as people in the community like to call them, brick films. At one point, the license for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man was introduced into the theme, and as a result, some sets were made involving those characters. At some point, LEGO made a set that was based on the wrestling scene from the first movie, which included Peter in his wrestling costume, Bonesaw, and a cameraman. Although the images found online show the box art of the set, there wasn't an official release of it, and currently there isn't any way of purchasing it online. Being the fan that I am of the Raimi Spider-Man films, I wish this would have been a part of the lineup. Luckily, Wrestling Suit Peter still made it into the limelight, thanks to the set that was released for the movie's own dedicated theme. Now, I had no intentions of bringing up Galador anytime soon, but in the words of Dr. Ian Malcolm,
life finds a way.
Taking the spot of number 3 is 8322 Mokar. In 2018, LEGO set designer Nick Voss took to Twitter to give fans a look at what could have been. The name of the set was Mokar, and it would have been another vehicle for the Galador theme. When getting a better observation of the set, you can tell that this was meant to be a sort of motorcycle with animal-like features, and it looks pretty cool. According to Nick, and based on the details seen in the video, the claws near the wheels had some articulation as well to create a sort of gripping motion. Sadly, due to the show's cancellation, Galador fans were robbed of this beauty and would have to be content with what LEGO released for the theme. I do realize what I just said might sound a bit sarcastic, but I'm actually very serious right now. The vehicle looks pretty awesome, and I believe it would have made a fine addition to Galador's bizarre lineup. For all of you Star Wars fans out there, number 2 is just for you. In 2009, LEGO released the first LEGO Star Wars Visual Dictionary. This book was filled with many facts and depictions of all LEGO Star Wars history. LEGO has revised the book several times, but I remember borrowing this particular one from my local library a lot, just so I could look at all the sets and figures. One of the cool things mentioned in this book was an unreleased Yavin 4 set. The set only existed as a sketch model, but was still cool nonetheless, including things like the ceremony room, X-Wing hangar, and more. I think if this set went into production, it would have made a great build for LEGO and Star Wars fans alike. If LEGO were to make a Yavin 4 set now, I believe it would work well in the scale of the Master Builder series, like the Mos Eisley Cantina. Although LEGO still hasn't made a set involving Yavin 4, they have released figures of Luke and Han with their ceremony medals, which will hold fans over until they hopefully release a dedicated set. For the grand finale, we have the Holy Grail of cancelled LEGO sets. Coming in at number 1 is 42113 Bell Boeing V-22 Osprey. Unlike the others in this list that never made it into the hands of fans, this one managed to reach a few for just a moment. This set was one that folks were really looking forward to, but at the last minute, LEGO pulled it from shelves. The reasoning for this was that the set featured a military vehicle despite being labeled as a rescue vehicle. And due to LEGO's brand values, this was a huge no for the company. It's crazy to think that this set made it so far into production before they came to the decision though, and leaves me wondering why that was the case. From the footage I've seen online, it does look like it would have been a nice set for Technic collectors, especially with its motorized functions like retractable landing gear and spinning propellers. Guess this is one of those things fans will just have to deal with, unfortunately. Well, it was fun while it lasted, but that brings us to the end of our journey. As I mentioned before, there are way more sets out there that never made it into existence. But for this video, I wanted to narrow it down to the ones I felt stood out the most. I do encourage you all to let me know what cancelled sets you may have come across, and as a bonus, let us know if you could bring back one set that was cancelled, what would it be? As always, this is Kirk thanking you all for watching, and I will catch you all later here on Beyond the Brick.